Hey guys, it's me, Mariah. Alright, so if you just watched my video story time, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, and here, I'm going to be reading, a different book this time, and yeah, I hope you like it. Oh, and go ahead and grab your little brother, little sister, little nephew, niece, little cousin, whatever, or if you're just gonna listen to this, I appreciate that too. Whatever you want. Yep. Alright, so I'll give you a minute to go ahead and do that. Well, not a minute, but like a few seconds. Blah, 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 and I'll go ahead and like read something while you do that. I actually like reading short books anyway. Ooh, I got a next video idea. Alright, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and start the book, so yeah. Hey guys, this is Henry and Mudge, if you've heard of that. It's a dog and a little boy. These are good book series, and if you already read this, well, here's to you, read it again. Alright, so it says the Henry and Mudge books are lively research just for newly independent readers. Okay, blah, you know. Okay, Henry and Mudge in a Long Weekend. So this is kind of short. Anyway, I'm not going to show the pictures, but I'm going to go ahead and read it, so enjoy. Wet yuck. Henry's big dog Mudge woke up one Saturday in February and looked outside. Yuck, said Henry. It was gray. It was cold. It was muddy and wet. No sun, Henry said. No snow. Just yuck. Wet yuck. Mudge leaned against Henry and drooled. What are we going to do all weekend? Henry asked. Mudge leaned harder. How will we have some fun? Henry grumbled. Mudge leaned harder still. What a boring weekend, Henry growled. Mudge let go and leaned all the way. Whoa, yelled Henry. Mudge flattened Henry like a pancake. How are we going to get up? Henry wondered. Bored. Henry and Mudge had a boring breakfast. They watched some boring cartoons. They listened to Harry's father tell some boring jokes. Boys, this is boring, said Henry. What are we going to do? He asked. Mudge knew what to do. Mudge always knew what to do if there was nothing interesting to eat, nothing interesting to smell, and nothing interesting to chew. He went to sleep. No, Mudge, said Henry, giving him a push. Wake up! Mudge sat up. He wanted to stay awake. He tried to stay awake, but everything was so boring that he couldn't. His eyes kept closing. His head kept nodding. His mouth kept drooling. Exciting dog you have there, said Henry's father. He's bored, said Henry. Mudge is bored. I'm bored. Boys, this boring. Henry's father frowned. February cranks, he asked. Henry nodded. Winter grumpies? Henry nodded again. Pre-spring meetings? Okay, Dad. Okay, Henry said. Boy, are you bored, said Henry's father. The three of them sat. Their eyes kept closing, their heads kept nodding, and one of their mouths kept drooling. Henry's mother saw them. Goodness, she said. This is going to be a long weekend. Then she had an ideal. The ideal. I have an ideal, Henry's mother said. Henry opened his eyes. Henry's father sat up, but Mudge kept on sleeping. He didn't care much about ideals, not until the ideal smelled like something. Let's make a castle, said Henry's mother. A castle, said Henry and Henry's father. We still have the box when the new refrigerator came in, and the box as the new stove came in. Henry was getting the ideal, and that paint, said Uncle Arthur gave me, said Henry. Sorry, I was going something. Let's do it. They headed for the basement. Mudge was still trying to sleep, but when he heard voices in the basement, he woke up fast. Mudge loved the basement. It had millions of new smells. It had lots of space to hide, and some of his old dog toys were down there. Come on, Mudge, Henry called, but Mudge was already on his way. Down in the basement. Ooh, it has to have torments, Henry's father said. And a drawbridge, and buttress, and flags, Dan said Henry. It's just a refrigerator box. Not for long, said Henry's father. Henry ran upstairs for his castle book. Henry's mother ran upstairs for pencils. Henry's father ran upstairs for a stapler. And Mudge ran upstairs for a quick snack. They all looked at each other in the kitchen. How did we all get up here again? Asked Henry's father. When they got back in the basement, Henry opened up his castle book. Let's make this one, he said. Henry's father took a look. Henry's mother took a look. Okay, they said. One of them drew, one of them cut, one of them stapled, and one of them went looking for an old boot he used to chew. They all worked at a low time until someone said, "Is anyone hungry? Order a pizza," said Henry's father. "We can't stop now." They worked a while longer until the pizza came. Then they stopped and ate pizza while they stared at the castle they were building. They each imagined how it would look when it was gone. For the rest of the afternoon, they cut out fancy windows and fancy doors. They cut out torrents and bridges and flags. Mudge chewed his old boot like crazy. When evening came and Henry finally had to crawl into bed, he could hardly wait to finish the castle. He could hardly wait for more of the long weekend. A great weekend. Henry woke up. He looked outside. Wet yuck, he said, but he didn't care. We have a castle to finish, he told Mudge. Henry's father ate some cold cereal and ran to the basement. Henry's mother stayed in the kitchen to read the morning paper. She was always better at thinking up ideas when finishing at them. Besides, she said, you have to ask somebody to surprise. Henry's father painted the castle all morning. While they worked, Mudge sniffed screwdrivers and paint cans and dirty rags and beach balls and Christmas decorations and a stuffed turkey. He also tried to eat a spider, but he missed. Henry and Henry's father was very quiet. They wanted to pay attention. They wanted to do a good job. Every now and then, Henry's mother would call out, is there life down there? Finally, close to lunchtime, Henry looked at his father. His father looked at him. Wow, they both said, come look, come look. They called up the stairs. Henry's mother went to the top of the stairs. Not yet, they called. She waited. Okay, they said. She went down the stairs, and then she saw the most beautiful castle, and the most beautiful knights, and the most beautiful king she'd ever seen. They all spent a long time admiring the castle. They took turns sitting in it. They stuck their heads through the window. They opened the doors and closed the doors. They lowered the drawbridge over and over. Henry was thrilled. He gave his parents a big hug. He gave Mudge a big hug. What a weekend, said Henry. The king gave him a big lick, and what a great king. Alright guys, so that's the Henry and Mudge series. There's lots of books out about them, so go ahead and maybe check out some at your library or something. No wonder my hair was tickling me here. Anyway, thanks for watching this video and stuff, and check out my next video. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.